Hello, NBC News. It is I, Florence Howard, and I'm here with a wonderful World War I veteran with the name of Harry Potter. Hello, sir.
Hello, Florence. How are you?
I'm pretty swell, thank you.
Yes.
Now, I have just a couple questions to ask you. What was life like in the trenches?
Well, life was scary because there were a constant number of attacks on people in the trenches that were unknown, such as gases. There was mustard gas, there was chlorine gas, there was like pepper, mustard spray in the trenches, and it's just very unexpected when it happened, and you have to be ready. You had to have your gas mask on, and if you didn't, you would get burned. It was terrible.
What was, the differences between, the gases and how they, affected you?
Well, for, the mace, it was, a burning agent, so for, close combat, when someone came into your trench, you would, spray mace on them to,
Irritate them, I guess?
Yes, so, you could, surprise attack them with, a pistol and, shoot them. And then chlorine gas was very deadly also, and when it came, it was just, you had to breathe it in, but if you had your gas mask on, more safe. Mustard gas had little to no odor, and it would burn any skin that was open to the air, so if you didn't have part of your gas mask on, it would burn your face. It sparked plastic surgery, because when people came home from the mustard gas or anything like a burning agent burning their skin, they didn't want to be as deformed as before, so they just wanted to fix themselves, and plastic surgery started that way. Fun fact.
Wow, that's pretty great. So, what kind of other weapons did you experience while being in the war, in the trenches?
Well, there were flamethrowers, and yes,
Why?
I know. They were very heavy. You had a backpack size full of gas carrying on your back, and then you had something attached to it to release the flames. And this was usually used when people were on no man's land, so people wanted to just cause destruction on no man's land, so they wouldn't come into their trench. And it was also very dangerous, because if you just got shot in the back, in your pack of gas, you just exploded, and everyone around you was harmed. So it was very dangerous, but it was also very destructive.
It seems very dangerous.
Yes.
Very terrifying.
Oh, very. And also, machine guns were invented near this time and used near this time, so people would use machine guns to keep people away from no man's land and away from their territory. And this machine guns also caused trenches to begin, because machine guns are hard to fight in close contact, because you'll just die instantly. So they decided to make the trenches so they could have a better defense. And yes,
Makes a lot of sense. All right, so is there any type of any other types of weapons that were used, if you were being the one attacked at, since I guess if people came at you in the trenches?
Well, there was a bayonet, and this was a knife at the end of your rifle that you used when people were in close combat, because you could just stab them really quickly and then reload and shoot somewhere else, because you needed to protect yourself, and if you didn't have anything else, this was really useful to harm other people close to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Harry Potter, about, all the weapons and the gases and the dangers of these weapons in the war. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming on down.
I appreciate it.
And today we are with a wonderful nurse from World War I. Your name?
I'm Dr. Evans.
Hello, Dr. Evans. Today we're just going to be talking to you about what was it like in the war for a nurse? In the trenches, what kind of diseases did you see most commonly in the trenches?
Well, some of the diseases that were really prominent were dysentery, because of the unsanitary conditions in the trenches. Obviously, there was lots of water, no really anywhere to clean yourself, so, Cholera and typhoid fever were very common and spread rapidly because of the close proximity of people just living together in a hole.
So, there were other things like trench tooth and foot. Like, what were those like?
Trench foot was caused by the foot being constantly wet and being unable to change the socks and boots. Soldiers weren't really able to change because they're either on watch or in the middle of combat, so they didn't have the right supplies and stuff.
Makes sense. Okay. Were there other like different types of diseases that you know of?
Well, soldiers came home with shell shock, which just from the trauma of the war, they were left depressed and anxious and paranoid all the time, and it affected almost everyone.
Wow. That was very interesting. Thank you, Dr. Evans, for coming
Thank
to our
you.
TED. Hello, everybody. It is I, Florence Howard. Welcome to my TED Talk. And today we have Mabel Smith, who is the wife of a soldier who died in World War I. So, hello, Mabel.
Hello, nice to meet you.
So, tell me, I guess, about like what happened in the war, because I'm assuming you may have gotten letters from your husband while he was out.
From my understanding, I did receive many letters all the time. There was bombs going off all the time in the trenches, and he had trench foot, and he told me that he had to have his foot amputated actually because it got that terrible. And several other people as well, almost having to go all the way up to their knees with amputations because of how infected everything got. It was truly terrible. I couldn't imagine what he must have been going through.
Yes, it seems just very tragic. Anything else that was like added into the letters? Any sort of, I guess him talking about diseases or things about the other side, you know? Anything about the warfare? By any chance?
The nights were the hardest. He always had to make sure that he was completely covered just in case the other sides did end up dropping shells on them with mustard gas and chlorine gas and all terrible things. He just had to try and keep safe with everybody, try to help others all the time, from my understanding from the letters. So.
Yes, understandable. Truly. Anything else that he added in the letters about trenches?
I mean, he told me about all of the animals that were down in the trenches, and you'd be surprised. There's trench rats. They're like this big. They could get huge. It was truly, I can't even imagine how scary. It's extremely unsanitary.
It's not fun. Are the rumors true about how the trenches were just very like sophisticated, like they had like sleeping quarters and kitchens in them? Is that true?
I mean, the longer they were in the trenches, which were a very long time, they did end up building onto them. There's sleeping quarters, kitchens, like infirmaries, and everything.
Wow. How close, like, were these trenches, or far apart per se? Were they like anything like that?
They were fairly close to each other.
Okay. Well, is that all you have to add? All right. Thank you so much for coming, Mabel.
Thank you for
truly
having
appreciate
me.
it.
It was
Yes.
wonderful.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Thank you. And good night. And thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
I'm gonna try to push forward. James! What? Did you get shot? No. No, those Germans. There might be more around. I'll go and look out. Go. James.
And today we are here with a wonderful World War I veteran, Harry Potter.
Thank
Hello,
you.
sir.
Yes. Hello.
Thanks.
Well, it's pretty great. I actually had some plastic surgery. How do you think I got these? Florence.
Alrighty.
Okay. So what other kind of weapons did you experience when you were in the trenches? More so getting attacked at.
Oh, alright. So there was the bayonet.
Why are you so happy talking about this?
All right. Well, thank you so much, Florence.
Thank you for having me. It was wonderful.
I just said my name. I said thank you, Florence.
I was a good student.
Hold up for me too long. Okay. Well,
Just so that you don't remember much.
I don't remember much from the war. It was a very traumatic time for me.
Understandable.
They were both caused by, well, the trench foot was caused by, I'm sorry. I know what it's caused by, I just can't word it right, and then I started laughing. Okay, the constant.
So we're definitely not putting that.
Yeah. No.
You look awful. You're. God damn it, no.
That is terrifying. From afar, that is terrifying. That's the second war.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me, get your facts straight.
I'm trying. I'm not
Stop! In the name of the law.